Good morning and welcome to Coffee with Ciara. Volume 2, Issue 40. There's only 12 weeks left of the year. It's very exciting. Welcome to October and welcome to the fourth quarter. I tend to plan my years by quarters, so a new quarter is like super exciting because I'm a nerd. Also super exciting that it's October, even though it's still 90 degrees out here. I've got my window open. It's nice and cool in the mornings, so enjoying that. Cool enough to wear my new sweater, which fits me really well, I think. Stand up. It's a crop, so and it actually works really well with the belly. And the sleeves are mismatched. This little bump here I want to steam out. But yeah, I really like the fit of it. I'm really pleased with it, and I used up a ton of scraps. So yay for that. I have like a few tiny little balls left. I've got a small jar. I'm looking up at it. I've got a small jar of like little balls of worsted weight yarn, which is the thickness of the yarn I used in this sweater. And then I ended up with 2 partial skeins, one kind of an off-white and one black. So I can use those, I'll be able to use those for other things totally. But yeah, I got this sweater done, got it blocked, been wearing it, and then I also made a pouch. I crocheted, so we've been playing this game called, we call it Birds actually, it's actually called Wingspan. And it's a really beautifully well-designed game, but it doesn't have good, like, and most games don't have good holders for the different parts of the games. And the thing that bothered me the most was they didn't have a holder for these little eggs, which are part of the game. So I found a pattern online for a crocheted nest. Let me grab that one that fell before I forget. Which you then fold down for gameplay. And it's a little nest. Isn't that so cute? I made a second one because I had some time off this week. My longtime pen pal Becky came to visit and we had a great time wandering around town looking at antiques. And we played Birds actually. And I got to test the nest as it was in progress. And I made a second one the next day because once I had it figured out, it's pretty easy. It's got a little drawstring for storage, so it was a fun diversion. I made a second one to send to Luke, or to Andrew of TBTL, because he's who I first learned about Wingspan from. And TBTL is a podcast, by the way, that I'm obsessed with. If you know, you know. So got this done, got 2 of those little nests crocheted, and then of course I started a little sweater for Lemon. You might recognize this yarn. I'm making a mini version of a sweater that I made for myself fairly recently. This is the neck. It's been interesting to adapt. I'm using a recipe in order to make it small, and I'm doing it top down instead of bottom up, so that adds complication as far as the chart and the increases, because in this one is knit flat, but a lot of yokes are knit in the round, so they kind of curve around. And this sweater yoke is knit in the round, so which I find easier because you don't have to seam anything at the end, but it is more complicated in this case because the decrease or the increases are don't quite line up to match the pattern, so I'm kind of having to adapt as I go, but I'm pretty confident, so it's not that big a deal. And it's a small project, and Lemon will only wear it for a few months before they grow out of it, so it's fine. So that's what I've been up to craft creatively wise. Oh, I did get a stick and made little stems for my pumpkins. Let me go grab a pumpkin to show you. So I had made a bunch of these little scrap pumpkins. They're just stuffed with stuffing. And then I just super glued some sticks on for their stems. So I've had the pumpkins since like August. And then I finally just went out and got a stick and chopped it up. I was thinking I would need a saw, but we have a heavy duty trimmer thing. So, and it was an old brittle stick. So I was able to get some clean cuts out of that. And now those are done. This fabric, it glows in the dark. It's not dark, so you can't tell, but I made a dress out of it, and I'm excited to wear that this year. Ooh, I can officially wear that out and about because it's October. And it matches my sweater, so I have a sweater to wear over it. Yeah, that's all I have crafty creatively. Open Studios this month. That's the big exciting thing. I'm recording this on Friday, but the reception will have been yesterday at the time you see this. And then, excuse me, my weekend. And I'm having a friend of mine share my space too. Her name is Celine. She does gorgeous desert watercolors. We'll have the studio and our space open on the 15th and 16th from 10 to 5 a.m. both those days. So if you're local, get a guidebook. You can get it at Chico Art Center, Chico Paper Company, I think Vagabond Rose, and a couple other places. It's just $15, and that gets you the map. That's the only way to get the map to officially go on the tour. And I highly recommend doing that too, because it's the Chico Art Center's main fundraiser for the year too. So I know I've been talking about this for a couple of weeks now, my Birds of Bidwell calendar. I'm hoping to get it up and available for sale on my website this week. It is up in the gift shop right now at the Chico Art Center. $28, pretty standard calendar, and then a different bird of Bidwell for each month, with the exception of the last page, which was a scene from Christmas Eve last year. Big Chico Creek turned into a rushing river with all the rain we got. So, hopefully by next Coffee with Ciara, that will be available for purchase for those of you who are not local, because I'll have it at, obviously at Open Studios as well to purchase. So anyway, it's feeling like fall, kind of, sorta, despite the temperatures not quite cooperating. There's leaves on the ground. It smells like fall. It smells crisp. The leaf litter. Becky and I went walking in Bidwell, and it definitely had like a fall feel, even though it was warm. So I'm enjoying it, and I'm excited for the weather to continue to become more and more like fall. The fall I love, the fall we love and know. So yeah, and then of course, baby. Prepping for baby is the big thing on my mind. Lemon is doing great. I'm doing great. Everything's going well so far. Just obviously we're keeping an eye on everything, and yeah, playing it by ear. So haven't been doing much in the painting. I really still want to get back into art journaling and some abstracts, but there has been a lot going on lately, and it probably will continue. So making no promises. There's plenty of art to share for Open Studios, so I'm just giving myself that. No need to make anything new. William Blake, you want to come say hi? I've got a pile of outdoor Halloween decorations from the dollar store that he's investigating right now. There's a lot of plastic in that bag. He loves to chew on plastic. Anyway. And he's spooking himself. Yeah, those foam skulls are spooky, huh? Anyway, I hope that as things start to ramp up for the holidays, that you're able to be intentional with your time, make time for what you want to do, things you enjoy, whether that's going out to pick a pumpkin or staying in and watching scary movies. Both are things I like to do, or however you celebrate. I hope that you are feeling in the mood and in the spirit of the upcoming holidays as they come. And I will talk to you next week. Bye.